Guys, enjoy that workout. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are back with Jamie the Motivator. That's right, that is who you just worked out with. So if you've gotten you a good sweat and you feel like you did a doggone thing, you can give credit to Jamie for that. Jamie, welcome back to On
Thanks
the Move.
for having me.
You clean up well, my goodness.
Well,
Where do you get this clothing ensemble from?
Hey, I can't take all the credit. It came from designer Bernard Bowie.
Oh, really? So it's by design. Okay,
Absolutely.
You have a designer. I need a designer. I just go and pick my stuff up offline.
Hey, everybody has to have one.
Well, you tell him I see he did the doggone thing, and he has
Thank
you
you
looking tight, right, and in control of what you're doing right now. So we're back. Thank you for so much for making time to come back and join us, because I did want to really talk about what it is that you're doing now, and we got so much good feedback about you being transparent and taking us back to that place. It could have defined you in a negative way,
Absolutely.
but it actually put you on the path to where you are now, and you actually are pleased with it.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people are. But now I want to talk about this. This is your book, and it's called 10 Ways to Avoid the Hype While Living a Healthier Life.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're saying that there's some because, you know, I wrote a book called Surviving the Fitness Game.
Absolutely.
And so there is a lot of hype and a lot of games that people are playing, gimmicks, but this is not a game, is it?
Not at all. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, so tell us about what gave you the motivation and inspiration to write this.
Absolutely. Well, so my mentor told me that every gym owner, every fitness guru should have his own platform of what it is that he talks about in his own brand. So I wanted to create a book that talks about my philosophy. There's thousands of concepts, there are thousands of trainers with different philosophies. If you talk to 10 trainers, you'll get 10 different answers for the one subject.
Right.
So I wanted to inspire my readers and also my potential members on what it is that they need for their lifestyle.
Right.
So I did my research for about 6 months and picked certain topics, and I created a book. It's an easy read, but it's something you can add to your lifestyle.
Wow, so it's a kind of a self-help manual.
That's exactly what it is.
To help us avoid the foolishness that's going on out here.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me that there is some hype out here, like the stuff that we see on Instagram and, you know, all this stuff that really intimidates people from going to the gym or getting started with their fitness is just a bunch of hype.
It's a lot of quick
So tell
fixes.
us about that whole idea of the hype behind it, and then we'll talk about the 10 ways to avoid it.
Absolutely. So the quick fixes and the overnight successes, a lot of people, that's what they expect these days.
Right.
So when I tell people that it may take 6 months to a year to do something, and they're like, well, somebody did it in 30 days. And I say, well, I guarantee you that person has been doing it for years. You know, they're selling you, and that's what the job is.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of people still want authentic results. So I had to kind of break the monogamy and kind of step on some toes and let people know that the knowledge you've been hearing is wrong.
Wow.
In fact, this is what it is.
And you know, the multi-millions and billions of dollars are made off of the hype.
Absolutely.
So that's probably why people sell it, because we do know that it doesn't really manifest in a material way, not realistically, right?
Absolutely.
And tell me why doesn't the hype work? Like, why doesn't the 30 days, you know, get fit in 10 days, 30 days things work? Why doesn't it work? Like, why is it hype? Why isn't it real? Why doesn't it apply to this particular industry?
Absolutely. I heard from Les Brown, if you live life easy, life will be hard. And if you live life hard, life will be easy.
Right.
So a lot of people are doing all the easy things, but no change comes with that. So if you do the structured work that it takes, it'll stick.
Right.
But if you do the overnight success, it comes and goes. You lose 30 pounds, you gain 50.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true. You don't want to gain 50 pounds instead of having the 30 that you already had. You'd rather lose 3 than to lose 30 and gain 50.
You'd rather lose 3 consistently than lose 10 pounds in 5 days.
Wow. So that's the whole hype about it. It's no integrity in the embedded part of this particular process. You can cheat pretty much everything else, but faith and fitness, I've learned,
not at all.
There's no quick route. You can take one, like you said, but it's a trap down the end of the road.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing. And, you know, it's amazing that you've written a book about the hype, because your body's almost like you're dating a relationship. You probably dated many people.
Hey, try not to date too many. Absolutely.
But it's a process, and most people want to treat it like it's a one-night stand. And that just doesn't last, right? Like, it's like for a marriage. It's not going to create
should be a marriage.
covenant. We want a one-night stand. I just want to come to the gym 1-2 times, and then I want to see,
expect to see greatness. Expect to build a dynasty with the one-night stand.
Right. I want a six-pack. JoAnna, how I get a six-pack? Jamie, how I get a six-pack? Am I right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to tell you how to get a six-pack. Like, okay, you're going to go in and you're going to do something real simple, and you're going to get a six-pack. So it is a lot of hype. But then some people will. And I applaud you for not buying into that, because your reputation is going to outlast anything that you're doing temporarily for temporary gain. And so many people in this industry will risk their reputation to get results or to get money or get clients or whatever. not knowing that somebody's going to come back and say, hey, you lied to me.
Absolutely.
You sold me an idea and a concept. It's not even working. It's not even reliable. I bought it because I wanted to believe it, even though I knew it wasn't realistic. And then people will sell it knowing it's not realistic, but to get
package it up and make it look good on the outside, knowing that the inside is false.
So tell us about how we, give us some tips about, I see you have 10 ways to avoid the hype, and I don't want to give away the book. We do want them to go and go to your website and visit the multiple things that you're giving away and that you're providing for people. So just really quickly, like, what are some of the ways that I cannot get inundated? I'm sitting on the couch. I've been inspired by your workout.
Yep.
You got me up and moving.
Yep.
You got me sweating.
Yep.
But I still want to lose 10 pounds in 10 days.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
because that's what I've been sold.
Right.
Regardless of what you telling me right now, I've been sold a lie, and I actually bought it. I want to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. How do I avoid that hype?
So I tell all my members, wherever your mind goes, your body flows.
Right.
So when you educate yourself mentally, and you actually learn how to build a structure. So in the book, it talks about from the music that you listen to, that's what motivates you to go to the gym. The clothes that you have on, that's what motivates you to live this lifestyle. And those small little tips that people, kind of overlook, they realize that those are the small nuggets that it takes to be successful. So in the book, once you get it, it's actually a quick read, but it's something that you need to read quite often. So like the Bible, you got to read it quite often to get that daily motivation.
Yeah. Okay, let me see something in here. Let me just put, okay, so it says myth. Eat only egg whites, not the yolk. The egg itself is not at fault for this misconception. How the egg is prepared cause this confusion. Eating eggs fried in oil is unhealthy. An egg white equals 1 gram of protein. An egg white plus yolk equals twice as much protein. No harm done. Common question. If the entire egg can be good for me, then why does everyone say it is a bad idea to eat the yolk? Absolutely right. That's in chapter 5.
Yep.
Real quick, real simple.
Yep.
And some people will go for that. Give me the egg white type
so
stuff.
the misconception is, a lot of people have just been quoting things that they heard from families and friends and
just random stuff.
Yeah, just stuff through the history of, people just talking. Oh, you shouldn't do this because you this and this. And I found out that was wrong. So when I started doing my research, I realized that everybody's been false this whole time, and I need to attack it.
For no rhyme or reason, we just heard it and ran with it.
Just live with it. Absolutely.
And we do that a lot nowadays. Hear something we saw with no investigation, no research, no anything.
No homework.
And then you ask them, well, where did you get this from? They said, who is they?
Yep.
Who are they?
They and they mama.
Said that this is how we're supposed to do things. And I'm glad that you are, like I said, courageous enough, because it can cost you people who don't want to hear that. And like I've been in the industry long enough to know that people don't want to hear that they have to do the work. They don't want to hear that it's going to take time. They do not want to hear it. They really honestly don't.
They just want to know the success. They just want to know,
all they want to know.
How can I be successful? They don't want to know the system. They don't want to know the process. They just want the results.
And so it's like that man I was telling you about, or that woman. I just want to hear you say you love me. You ain't got to show me.
Exactly.
You don't have to treat me with love. You don't have to really invest in me.
I just want the idea.
I just want the idea. And if you just say it to me, so if I say it's going to work, then
I'll take it.
I'll take the lie.
Right.
And that's what I call buying, selling, and recycling lies.
That's good.
You know it didn't work for you, but you're going to sit here and sell me the same lie
That's good.
that you know didn't work for me. And so this is very, very important. I think it is, and like you said, it's kind of like a motivational kind of get in my mind, because I can take the 10 ways that you have outlined here and then apply them to the many, many hypes that are out there.
Exactly.
and continue to swat them away like a fly swatter, or use my spiritual bug spray to keep away the foolishness is what I call it. So after we got this, you also have taken your voice and your experience, and you've become a motivator. So who is your target audience when you are motivating people and speaking to people? So
I definitely love speaking to the millenniums, letting them know that no matter what the current circumstance is, you can make those dreams become reality.
Right.
But I also talk to individuals that anybody, no matter the age, that's not living to their fullest potential. So anybody that feels like that they have to do the mundane way of doing things.
Right.
My family told me to go to school, get a good education so I can get a good job. And that could have been my lifestyle in my life. But that never sat well with me. I had a passion, I had a dream.
Right.
And a lot of people are doing the same things because their parents and because of society and what people are telling them, and they're living every day without living their dreams.
So you telling me that just going to school and getting a job is not a good thing?
If it's not your dream and your passion, it's definitely not. So why are you going to school?
It's okay for me not to to follow the pattern.
Absolutely.
You know, Romans 12 talks about not being conformed to the pattern of the world, but being transformed by the renewing of your mind, and that if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature.
Certainly.
And so you telling me that I can tap into my skill set, I can tap into my real talent and my gifts and my purpose and a destiny. I've heard people say, well, you don't really have a purpose. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
yes, I do. And you
purpose.
know when you have it because peace is in your purpose.
Exactly.
Progress. Everything that you need is in your purpose.
Yep.
It's when you don't have these things, that's when you probably
you're unbalanced.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So you saying that didn't mess with you at all?
Not at all.
You have. Now, and I'm an educated person, and I know that a lot of my education, I've seen my friends who have this former education be able to build on it in ways that they wouldn't ordinarily be able to build on it. But they still get back to somehow where you are, which is what is my passion?
Yep.
You know, how do I turn my passion into purpose? How do I turn my purpose and my passion into prosperity and, you know, making me more prosperous and popular and with people and in effect feed people?
Having an influence.
Right, absolutely. And it's hard to do that when you're in the confines of a cubicle, working for money to pay for material possessions that you probably won't even care about in 25 years.
Yeah, when I started realizing that the people that are most successful are not paid by the hour. They're paid based off the project.
Right.
And that changed my mindset. So I said, what can I create? What can I build that can allow me to be successful?
Right.
I saw a problem and I created a niche and a solution.
And you recently posted something. We have about 2 minutes. It said something like someone can invest $300, $1,300 and get $1,000, and somebody can invest it and get $1,300, and then someone spends it and goes on a trip and loses like.
Yeah, you got two individuals, and two start off with $1,000, and one uses $800 and live this lavish life, and the other invests $800. But society would tell them the person that had a great time is the one living it. You know,
post some pictures.
Yeah, they're posting great pictures up, and they went to the fire festival, things like that. But
and then what?
Yeah, and $200 left. Absolutely, but not realizing I invested my $1,000,
and I'm chilling,
and it's going to pay off for years to come.
And I'm going to continue to chill.
Exactly.
Because that wasn't that big of a deal.
Exactly.
It'll be there when I come around again.
Yep.
Or something will be there for me to spend my money on. But right now, I'm going to make my money work for me.
I'm building.
You're building.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being with us again,
Absolutely.
Jamie. I really appreciate it. 10 Ways to Avoid the Hype. I know that's right. While living a healthier life. Awesome, awesome, awesome read. I know this is just the beginning of many, many, many. So hopefully you guys have been inspired, not just with fitness and with Jamie, but also in him sharing with you how following his passion into purpose has promoted him and prospered the people around him. You've been on The Move with JoAnna Ward and Jamie Hayes. Thank you guys for joining me. We will see you next time.